Hello everybody, I'm Claire. But for today, we're going to be chatting about signs that they're not into you, but aren't telling you and hang away from you. Well, let's look at our 6 signs for today. First, they aren't engaged in your conversation. Well, whenever you guys are talking, you think that the conversation of yours is always so good. Like you guys focus on telling about each other things and those, and you feel like it's free to tell them anything. But actually, do they? Sometimes they could be unengaging with your conversation and it's just there looking at you talking. Did you ever notice that? Probably in a moment you could sometimes seek out her or him just being in boredom, fidgeting with their hands, or doing something else and aren't engaged in your conversation at all. Next, they don't communicate or text consistently. Well, do you ever chat for hours long together? Like maybe when you're hanging out or just texting together, but you notice that they are a really good listener. Good that you even really find out that is sus. Well, probably if they do, then they're the one that barely even adds anything in their story towards you. And they doesn't share anything. They don't communicate or text with you at all. And just sits there, read your message, or even leave it there, not knowing whatever you're talking about. Hardly, you're the one who always make plans. Well, did you ever think that they still go out on dates with me, and that is a sign that they want to get close to me? But do they really? Because you could easily find out that you're the one that always makes plans, and that is something really saddening because maybe you guys think it's just a usual thing, but for us, we don't really think it at all. Making you always are the one who needs to contribute and volunteer yourself towards this relationship. While they just have to do what you offers so that they could get your heart. Next, they're not really listening, just hearing you out. Well, whenever you are sharing or whenever you're telling them something that's important, they just really is mind blanket and they does not have anything to say to you or even sometimes is not even thinking about the topic you're talking about. They're not really listening and just sits there pretending to listen while playing and looking around. Next, your relationship with them is one-sided, or they could take advantage of you. Well, did you ever notice that sometimes they could easily take advantage with you in your relationship? Like they just decide to hang out or just decides to make plans because that they want to get help from you or because they have something to tell you. And that is all. Your relationship with them is just a one-sided one and that you doesn't really think they perceive you and actually care about you. So, yeah. And lastly, the thing that everybody could probably have said before or have listened to is that I'm not ready for a relationship. Well, 90% people, when they're talking about this sentence, is I is not just because I am not ready for a relationship. I'm sorry, but it's because I simply don't want to date out with you. And so that is actual true meaning. And you must look at their behavior and their expression when they're saying that sentence to actually know if they're in that other 10% square, or if they really mean that I simply don't want to hang out with you. Fine, bye. Well, first, you could look at their body language and their eye expressions, their hand gestures. Like, look, are they struggling to say it out? Or is it just taking them a small thing to say it with you? Like they does not have any challenges on telling you it? Because if they do, then it is a sign they are just attending to. Or also, sometimes they just spoke in a usual voice and in a pity voice for you, not in a loving and caring voice. Well, that is all for today's talk. Thank you for listening to my speak. I hope that it really does help you out. Goodbye. See you next time.